outside this morning trying to paint the zebra long-winged butterfly. I just thought it was so pretty, but my butterflies end up very fat, and I've just been practicing each time. I think this one's the closest I've gotten so far, but as you can see, it doesn't actually have that many lines in it. Like, it's only 2 big lines, but before it like goes out like that, and I've gotten less and less every time. I ended up with 3 this time, but I just don't want too much space in between where it's just black, you know? So I'm gonna try one more time. It's getting kind of hot outside, so I'm gonna give it one more try, and then I need to go inside and start making the bed, but I think I can get it this time. So I think we're just gonna sit outside and paint butterflies all day, and this little boy is insisting to be with me. And I know he must be hot, so I went inside and got this big ice pack that you can put on your back, and I've just like laid it across him. He wasn't seeming to be bothered by the heat, and he's just like snuggled up with me, but I'm like, I know you've gotta be hot, so I think he likes it. Oh, that feels good, huh? Okay, he's just gonna take a nap now. You gonna take a nap now? So here's the outfit of the day. I'm not gonna put on any makeup. I just put a pair of shorts on and a green tank top and my apron, because I was already getting paint on my nightgown that I've been wearing all morning. It's like 1 o'clock now. I'm gonna go ahead and get this bed made because it is gonna make me feel better, and I went ahead and took my vitamins too. And then I'm gonna get my butt back outside and just paint and enjoy the day. Also steeped some peppermint tea, but I'm gonna actually have this cold because it's so hot outside. So I'm gonna put some sugar in here because I like for my tea to be sweet if it's gonna be cold, but if it's hot tea, I don't like any sugar in it. So I'm gonna put a little sugar in here and then put it in the refrigerator for a little while. I've got some dishes in the sink, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and load these into the dishwasher. And I am gonna wash these, not in the dishwasher. I'm a little bit too afraid to wash them in the dishwasher yet, but I'm gonna wash them by hand and show you guys how the paint does not come off. We actually washed this one last night. Justin and I used these last night and made some drinks. So he washed this one beforehand, and no paint came off. So anyway, I just wanted to demonstrate that for you guys, because if you missed the last video, I hand painted these on and a few others. Let me show those to you guys now. I put them in the cabinet here. So we have strawberries and cherries and also oranges. Look how cute. I just love how they look in the cabinet, so pretty. I'm just gonna go ahead and get all this cleaned up, and then we'll wash those wine glasses. So they held up pretty nicely. I don't see any scratches. I'm trying to get you guys in like a better lighting so y'all can see. I don't see anywhere where it's picked up or anything like that. So the kids and I have just been out in the lake, but I am coming up and I'm gonna make myself a sub. Everybody else had a sub earlier, but I was painting outside during that time and I was like, I'm not ready for lunch. Like, it was just too hot. You know how like when you're hot, you don't feel like eating, but I've cooled off. So now I'm ready for my sub. So I just finished up with my sub and I added a little description for the blue Morpho butterfly that I painted. It's so pretty. I had no idea I was gonna get so much out of this book, but it's been so fun to like paint the butterflies and learn more about the butterflies, and I don't doubt that I will be doing more through the summer. I've put up all of my paint for the day, so I think I'm gonna just read another one of my library books. So I'm gonna do my Hygge home while I keep an eye on these kids. They're swimming. Can you see them? Julie's waving. peppermint iced tea that I had earlier today was so good. I haven't stopped thinking about it, so I'm making some more and I'm going to double the batch. So I'm brewing it in this one and then I'll pour it in here and do that 2 or 3 times, whatever it takes to fill this up. And then I'll just put it in the freezer so I can get it cold really quickly. But seriously, try it out. It's like, because it's peppermint, it has a cooling effect, like even after you drink it. And it just being, you know, icy and cold just makes it so much better. I have a feeling this is gonna be my drink of the summer. But I'm about to put some chocolate chip cookies in the oven and the kids are in the shower now. I went ahead and got them out of the lake because they didn't put sunscreen on before they got in, so I didn't want them to stay in too long, so I had to lure them out with chocolate chip cookies and a movie night. So I'm not sure what we're gonna watch yet. I kind of want to watch The Princess Diaries, but we'll see if they're into it, because earlier today I literally spit out my drink when I was painting and Julie was like, I forget what she said, but it was something like, shut up. And she was like, you know, meaning it in the way that Mia Thermopolis does in the movie. Thermometer. Yeah, I'm about to tell them about that. But she meant it in the way that the girl does on The Princess Diaries. And I was like, oh, like Mia Thermopolis. And Ross said, Mia Thermometer? And I busted out laughing and spit my drink out. It was so funny, and like I actually started choking. I had to like run inside and catch my breath, but cracked me up so much. So we might watch that. What do you think about that?
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah.
I don't remember it at all, so maybe.
So that's why I think we could watch it, since you guys haven't seen it in a few years. I remember watching it one time when we were staying in Florida near Orlando, and a lot of those Airbnbs have theater rooms. And so that was one of our movies that we watched when we were on vacation in Florida one time, but it's been years, so I think we might watch that. My artwork for the summer is starting to stack up. I feel like I need like a scrapbook or a notebook or something, because the notebook that has all these papers in it, I like to tear them out because, you know, like I don't want to have the page open and then I'm outside painting or something and the wind blow it and mess it up, so I just tear it out. But I gotta figure out what to do with all these. have had a really fun start to our day. We went to go see the movie Inside Out 2, and I've been waiting to go see this when I'm out of my luteal phase because I know I would end up crying way too much if I was more emotional. And so I'm in my follicular, is that what you call it? Follicular? I think it's follicular. That just sounds like a weird word though. And normally a word that I don't use because it's not, you know, a phase where you have to like really take care of yourself. High energy, you know, like your mind is working right and everything. So anyway, I was waiting until I was out of my luteal phase to go watch that movie because I knew I was gonna get emotional, and I did, but not as much as I know that I would have. But such a good movie. I won't give any spoilers, but seriously, such a good movie. We all enjoyed it, all four of us, and definitely good for our kids in the age that they're in now. They're 10 and 11 now, and so definitely in a phase where you can see a little bit of anxiety coming on and see a little bit more embarrassment coming on and a little bit more envy and boredom and, you know, those new emotions that come in. And so it was definitely a good one, and I love that it came out at a time when our kids are just at the perfect age for it. But definitely go watch it if you haven't already. But anyway, I've got some laundry to do, so we're gonna go ahead and get back into some cleaning motivation. Justin's linen shirts was in that load of laundry, and so I actually got out a lot of his shirts to go ahead and iron for him because that helped him out a lot last time I did this, where I just kind of ironed in batches and just did a bunch of shirts for him that he could go to whenever he wants them. So I'm gonna iron those, and also I have this dress that I've been wanting to wear and I don't go to it because it's wrinkly. And I mean, as you can see, it still has a tag on it. I haven't even worn it yet, and I've had it for probably 2 months. And it's just because it's wrinkly. And if I ironed it, I would get to wear it like this week. So I'm gonna go ahead and iron. Plus, I love ironing. I've always been this way. As a kid, I had an ironing board on the back of my door in my bedroom, and my siblings knew that they could always ask me to iron their clothes because, like, I find so much joy in ironing. It's almost like meditation time for me, because it's like you're doing something, and they actually have studies on this, not just for ironing, but for like mindless housework, things that you do every day and you kind of already have a rhythm and you don't really have to think about. What it does to your brain is the same thing that meditation does to your brain. And I just think that's so fascinating, but I can definitely see that when it comes to ironing, because I've always enjoyed ironing, and it's just one of those mindless things that you do where you're just, you know, watching the iron go across, and I'll be listening to a podcast while I do it, and I don't know, I just enjoy ironing. So let's go ahead and do some of that. Just finished ironing, and Justin has made us some dinner, and he's actually having another sub. We had subs yesterday, but I wanted mine chopped, so he chopped mine up for me, but this looks so good. So I was just over here with the zucchini and squash, and I looked at this squash plant and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how many new ones we have popping up. Okay, let's see, I'm about to count them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 in this one pot. What in the world? That's crazy. And then over here, let's see. I see 1. Oh, this one didn't make it. I'm about to pull it out so you guys can see. But it grew in hollow again. And I think Justin self-pollinated this one. So I don't know what's going on with these. But you know, occasionally my squash just grows in hollow for some reason. That's what it looks like when it grows in hollow. It's crazy. But we did have some pretty amazing zucchinis. 2 of them that we pulled the other day. If you missed that video, it's the one where we fried the zucchini in like Parmesan and breadcrumbs. It was so good. But we did have some pretty good zucchinis come in, so hopefully all of these squashes continue to do well.